everybody. One more in my series of quotes from my wall that I think is just a blast. One of my favorite quotes of all time. It's from Socrates. So most of you are a little too young to know who he is. I think, if I remember right, I think Sean, Big Daddy McKee, actually went to school with Socrates. So somebody will tag him and tell him I said that. But the quote is really simple, and that is, the unexamined life is not worth living. I don't know if I would go quite as far as not worth living, as in, off yourself over this. So I don't know if I would go that far, but really it's like, but why? Like, we're here for such a short time. Why don't we examine things? And when you say the unexamined life, I think it applies to our businesses. Like, why do we do what we do in our businesses? Why do we have a deposit policy the way we have it? Why do we sell by the hour instead of unlimited package? Or why do we do an unlimited package when we could be charging by the hour? Like, whatever you come up with is fine, but examine it. Don't just do it because that's the way we've always done it, which is the worst thing ever, right? And things change. Like, what works really great for you at 30 might be very different than 40. So examining what you do, examining your beliefs, and I think it should apply to everything. You should examine your religious beliefs. You should examine your political beliefs. You should examine why you follow a sports team. I grew up as a fan, actually, of the Cincinnati Reds, which is kind of a weird thing. I grew up in the Central Valley of California, but I was a catcher. Johnny Bench was my hero, sports hero, and loved the Reds and the Big Red Machine. And so I was full in Reds fanatic. But then Marge Schott started doing some really horrible things with her players, and she was a mean old racist, nasty woman. And ultimately, I made a decision. I was no longer going to support a team owned by a person as awful as she appeared to be. So I examined that belief and changed. So those of you who know me personally know I'm a rabid Giants fan. And although I grew up in a town that was a Giants town, and their minor league team played in our town, I wasn't a Giants fan. I moved closer to San Francisco about that same time when all that was going on, started going to some games, and got hooked on the Giants, and so I examined those beliefs. But listen, I would consider renouncing anything, including my beloved Giants, if things change, if they turned out to be an evil organization. So examine your beliefs, and examine the reasons you do everything. Things as simple as, how you word your contracts to what you wear at a wedding. I used to wear tuxedos, and then we started wearing suits. And at one point it was a tuxedo with a bow tie, and then we went to a button cover, and then it was a straight tie, right? Fashions change. If you've ever seen me posting in pictures, man, I had when I was a kid, I had the big giant pork chop sideburns, the big Elvis sideburns, had the mullet going in the back. I thought it was a pretty cool look. But if I did that now, kind of had to examine that at some point. The unexamined life, it's not really worth it. So examine everything and do it on a regular basis. And I think what you'll find is that's the road to improvement, because the road to stagnation is not examining. The road to stagnation is filled with the people you work with every week when they go, oh, the DJ always sets up in the corner. Right? Oh, we always do the sequence this way. We always do that. Why? Well, because we just do. So we always do it. So they've never examined it. And you can give them 20 reasons why your way will be better for all concerned, but they don't do it because they don't examine it. Don't be that person. Be the person who examines it and goes, hey, you know what? That is a better idea. I think I will do that. My minute's almost up. I'll see you next week.